minute, maybe a few months or whatever, since you've heard from me. Some things about life have changed, things that only are going to better my production, the quality of my productions, and that being the quote-unquote 9-to-5 life. So yeah, that's happened. That's a thing that's happening right now. So, thought I'd probably make this video to go over the post-production of Daath and the resulting concept, and to also go over the things that I plan for the future of this later project. So, about Daath. If any of you have read the interview with the Spotify curated Cherry that I had posted on Twitter, it has gone on to elaborate the concept of Omen, in which Daath is the sequel to Omen. And at the end of Omen, humanity had been consumed by the machine, basically the storm of Saturn, the hexagonal storm, the black cube, in which that had transported it to a non-existing realm. And this happened because humanity had made a lot of irresponsible choices, and therefore a god of origin had decided that it was time for it to have its metal tested. And so that's basically what happened at the last track of Omen. So getting into Daath, when I started brainstorming for this project, I was reflecting on a lot of negative things that were beginning to kind of purge out of myself as I was reaching the end of writing Omen. Some things that I realized I should probably kind of deal with in a constructive way. So, just coincidental at the time that I was thinking about doing this thing, Russia had just started invading Ukraine. And at that time I was spending time on and off to listen to the UVB 76, I think is the number for that band. At least that's the name of the buzzer anyway. And I forget the name of the actual frequency for the shortwave radio frequency. But anyways, this it's for the buzzer, this thing that was mythologically said to be a dead hand trigger, which means that as soon as it would stop buzzing, that was going to have something to do with Russia's mutual assured destruction system. And so if it stopped buzzing, it basically means that nuclear warheads are just going to be launching everywhere, and that's the end of us. And so there's kind of a mutual feeling that everyone's kind of feeling right now with the current flow of life. And it's that, everything kind of feels like that it's really chaotic, and that it's kind of about ready to meet an end. So now humanity has been transported to a whole other realm that's almost non-existing, in which it has to stand before a outer god, which sits within the black cube, the storm of Saturn, also known as the machine, in which it is told that it needs to have its, or Gaia Sophia's metal tested, in which every human soul is a fragment of Gaia Sophia. And if you get into Christian Gnosticism or anything like that, then you probably know what I'm talking about. So, it is told that it has to basically ascend the tree of Sephiroth, in which it has to carry its burdens with it the entire way. And so pretty much every Sephra or Sephiroth within the Tree of Sephiroth, also known as the Tree of Life, has nods that basically represent virtues that either align with or come between these pillars, which is one known of mercy, one known of severity, and aligns with all of these different virtues. So I wrote music or a soundtrack that would resemble every Sephra that humanity would experience in this ascension. And while it was experiencing that Sephra, it would also have to retrospect on all of its decisions and all the bad choices that it has made to make that experience for that Sephra a lot more of a struggle. So, like when it comes to a track like Hest, for example, that's supposed to be of kindness and mercy and charity. So this song is actually very discorded. It doesn't give a feeling of kindness really at all. And the only hint that you get that it has anything to do with kindness is that I applied Morse code later in that track that translates to give more. And that's it, because honestly, humanity has got a big problem with greed and isn't so charitable. So I'll pretty much will let you all just kind of sleuth through the vibe and reveal the concept for yourselves. And really, it's just been kind of a big toxic purge for me. Just something I felt like I had to kind of do. Reaching toward the end of this process for this concept, it was kind of hard to finish mixing and mastering. My head was already kind of out of this really dark cloud already, as you know, more positive things have kind of come up in life. So it was a challenge for me to even finish. Besides the 9 to 5 getting in the way of having it finished sooner. But yeah, I'm ultimately happy with the product at the end. I've always kind of wanted to do something that was really dark and gave very oppressing vibes. But yeah, so for the future of this project and what I'm going to be working on, I'm going back to doing stuff that's actual real song structures. I want to get back to doing some freaking dark, spooky, ass-slapping funk. Like, just some synthy goodness, with the addition of other skills that I've had to leave behind me. Meaning that when I moved to Missouri, I left a lot of my other instruments and stuff behind. Yeah. So pretty much with this 9 to 5 life, I'm buying everything back that I pretty much lost, and then some. So really looking forward to getting back to doing some real shit. Not that this project hasn't been real, you know, or anything. It's just that Daath has kind of put my head in kind of a bind. My mentality just basically went down a slope. But yeah, so just kind of glad to leave it behind at this point and have something there that's just like, yeah, there's that moment in time that I can reflect on. So thanks for listening, everyone. Toodles.